So today we will discuss Shlok number 6.6. So here, Krishna, yesterday how we were talking about the mind, right? Where Krishna is saying the mind is the friend of the soul as well as the enemy. And over here, Krishna is continuing today that for him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So here, Krishna is continuing to talk about the mind. And then also in the future, right? Krishna will say, give me your mind and intelligence. Right? Maya Orpit, Manor Buddhi. Your mind and intelligence. So why is so much focus on the mind over here in this chapter 6? Because over here, Krishna is saying that one who cannot control his mind, right? He always lives with the greatest enemy. Because the mind wants to go and do certain things. It wants to watch Instagram reels. It wants to go out and have alcohol. It wants to go out and do all these things. But the intelligence knows it is, how to make the better decisions because the knowledge is there. And the intelligence says, no, right now, this is not what we are here to do. The intelligence constantly keeps reminding us of our constitutional position that who we are. We are part and parcel of Krishna. We are here to make this human life successful. What is our goal? Our intelligence has to constantly keep reminding the mind, it has to constantly being pampering the mind that this is what is better for me. Right? Then slowly the mind also gets used to this and accepts this. But if the mind is flowing in all directions, right, then and it only wants to go against what the intelligence is saying, then it is our biggest enemy. Right? Even in the purpose, Srila Prabhupada writes that as long as one's mind remains an unconquered enemy, one has to serve the dictations of lust, anger, averence, illusion, etc. Right? Bapuji said a beautiful thing that where there is calm, there is no Ram. So lust, anger, illusion, all of these things. Whenever a situation arises, the mind is quick to respond right away first. It immediately gets angry. It immediately starts yelling. She's, oh, this was supposed to be done, but it is not done. It immediately gets upset and starts yelling. But then the intelligence kicks in and says, wait, let me find out what the whole story is. What is really going on? Why is this person talking like this to me? Why is this person saying this to me? Right? We need to be using our intelligence, but if we let our mind overtake and our emotion overtake and get the better of us, then it hurts the relationships more than it helps. Right? And that's the same with Krishna as well. When we allow our mind to go away in lust, in anger, in greed, right? Then it hurts us. So that becomes our enemy. But Srila Prabhupada writes, but when the mind is conquered, one voluntarily agrees to abide by the dictation of the personality of the Godhead. So we have to conquer this mind by constantly engaging it in service of Krishna, in hearing about Krishna, talking about Krishna, chanting Krishna's name. We have to work with the mind. In the beginning, when we first start chanting, once we get through even a few minutes of chanting, we think, oh, at least my one round of mala should be done. But then we see we're not even halfway through. Why? Because the mind is not yet used to this. It is not, it is totally new and it thinks that, oh, I spent 2 minutes, 3 minutes, that is a very big deal for me. And it is because the mind is used to doing whatever it wants. Oh, I want to sleep at 3 a.m. today. Okay, I'll sleep at 3 a.m. Oh, I want to go outside and drink with my friends. Okay, I'll go outside and drink with my friends because all along, we have been listening to our mind. But now, when the intelligence, with the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we start receiving the supreme knowledge, then what happens? Then the intelligence weighs in and says, no, we need to go to bed early so we can start waking up early during the Brahma Muhurat. The Brahma Muhurat time is for Krishna. It is for chanting. It is for making advancement spiritually. It is for making the best and the right use of this valuable human life. Right? So then, when slowly, by always engaging the mind in Krishna and Krishna's activities, in Krishna's past, hearing Krishna's pastimes, you speaking the glories of Krishna, chanting Krishna's name, and slowly the mind starts to get conquered. And then the mind voluntarily agrees to abide by the dictation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The mind voluntarily listens to everything that Krishna is saying, right? And which Krishna, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in our heart as the Paramatma form. And then in the last line over here of the purpose, Srila Prabhupada writes that real yoga practice entails meeting the Paramatma within the heart and following his dictation. So it is, our acharyas have said, Srila Prabhupada has said, as Guru Maharaj has said, that Krishna, yes, Krishna is there, right, in the external form, but he's also within our heart as Paramatma form. And he is constantly guiding us. And remember this, if we are completely sincere, completely surrendered and dedicated, from the heart, Krishna begins to guide us towards him. Otherwise, we may listen to this Hari Katha for 15 years, 20 years, and it may not have any impact on us. If we are not sincere, if we are not surrendered to Krishna and not listening with that oneness. Remember, if a person has his or her leg in two boats, right, he will never make it to the shore. He has to give up one boat and only sit down in one boat. And that's what we also need to do. Surrender that Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma is saying that Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Lord Shiva is praying to Radha Rani and Krishna. Lord Indra is praying to Krishna. All the demigods are praying to Krishna. And here we humans, we think that we have this intelligence now and we know that Krishna is also just another god, we start thinking. Just recently in the Katha, Bapuji was saying that Krishna and God are the same. We shouldn't even have to say that Krishna is God. When we say Krishna, that means God, right? And when we say God, that means Krishna. That's like when we go out in the day and we say, oh, the sun is out, right? What do you mean? It's daytime. Of course, the sun will be there. So when we say Krishna, right, he is seated within our heart and he immediately starts guiding us. He starts showing us the true path, that how to get out of the cycle of birth and death. Oh, here Srila Prabhupada continues in the purport that for one who takes to Krishna consciousness directly, perfect surrender to the dictation of the Lord follows automatically. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakasito, that all of this transcendental knowledge manifests from the heart. And over here we understand how, because Krishna is seated within our heart and he guides us. A lot of times you will see that one day you are praying or you are offering service to Krishna and you start doing something. And then you think, how did that happen? Right? How did I do this for Krishna? And you'll see that the Supreme Lord reciprocates, or you start feeling blissful because you are serving Krishna. You will think, wow, where did this come from? That is Krishna guiding us from the heart to perform all of these actions. Right? When Krishna guides us from the heart and we immediately accept and we perform that, it gives us a feeling of bliss, Anand. Krishna is Satchit Anand. Right? So giving up. No, so we cannot just sit and say, "Oh, I want my mind to just start following this." No, we have to slowly start training it. Just like when someone is learning something new in the beginning, they have to always work hard at it, right? Constantly learning the new, whether it's a new language, whether it's a new subject or anything. They constantly have to sit and focus and study and study and study. But at one time, they become such an expert that they become second nature. They don't even need to do anything in that subject. So, similarly, we need to do the same thing with our mind. Slowly, slowly, in the beginning, we have to be very focused and attentive while we are performing all of these activities. And the mind will say, "Oh, now I'm tired. Oh, now I want to sleep. Or now I want to do this." Just remember at that point that what Krishna is saying, that we need, what Srila Prabhupada is writing also, and what our Guru Maharaj has explained, we need to work on training the mind, right? So that we can conquer and have it overcome. Because the mind has been carrying on from millions and billions of birth, and all it knows is lust, anger, greed. And in order to overcome all of that, right, we have to start engaging it in Krishna's service. And pray in front of Krishna that, Krishna, today I give you all of my lust, all of my greed, all of my anger. And please, you tell me how I can always think about you, how I can always be engaged in your service. But I want to give up this lust, this anger, this greed, right? The ego, everything. Krishna, I give it to you from today. And all I know that even I am yours, right? And I surrender myself to you. Now, recently, when even Anushka Sharma and Virat Kohli were with Premanand Maharaj, Premanand Maharaj was speaking, and then Anushka Sharma said that, Maharajji, all I know is that we are yours now, bus. Right? So we are Krishna's. Just surrender ourselves to Krishna. Say, Krishna, we are yours. Here, Krishna, all of my lust, my greed, my anger, my ego, I'm giving this all to you today. Please accept this. And please accept me. Because once you take away all of this and our mind, we start engaging it in your service, surrendering it to you, and there is no more perfect use of this mind or body than that. Right? So we'll end with that today, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. जय जय श्री राधे हरे कृष्ण